So this morning we're going to go ahead and harvest our onions. They've fallen over, which is a sign that they're ready. So we have a pretty small bed here, but they look like they did pretty well. So let's pull this one out. Oh yeah, they're really ready. Look at the size of that. There's my hand. It's a nice sized onion there. A little baby one. Another one. Those aren't too bad. Clean these up a little. Got to be real careful not to wash the outer layer because that's what protects it. Wow, that's the biggest one yet. That one's pretty big. Got a bunch of small ones. Wow, that's a nice one. She's the skunk, I'm the goat.
Alright, we're here at the Big Shell Beach Club because it has been so rainy here. In the fridge because the cold water helps it as well.
Wow, that one just popped right out. Last one. Is it going to be a bigums? Yep, look at that. I'll tell you what, that wasn't bad for as small as his little garden bed was. Look at that, even that one that was really ready to pick. Is there another one here? Yeah, all right. So not a bad harvest. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19. So there were about 24 onions. They came out really nice in this little bed. And this bed, this raised bed, I think is 2 by 5. As you saw though, there was a lot of empty space as well. So we could have planted way more. I think some of them just didn't take for some reason. Over here we have some new beets growing. I have to thin out a couple of these rows. You can see which rows I've already thinned out. Because when you plant beets, the beets grow 2 per seed. So you always have to remove one. And when I planted them, I just sprinkled the whole row down. So this one I've already went through, kept the biggest ones. That one I didn't. So, and those 3 I did. We have more green beans growing here. They're doing well. This pepper plant, I just took 6 green peppers off of this, and there's 2 more growing in there. Over here we have some lettuce growing in the first row. Actually, yeah, that row the lettuce is doing really well. And then we have kale right there. This is the lettuce. That's kale. And then we have 3 rows of spinach. And this lettuce here is going to grow to look like that lettuce. Oh, and I have more onions over here. I forgot. Just a few. Let's pull some of these out. Wow, look at the size of that one. Oh, that's like 2. They were probably splitting because I should have probably harvested these a while ago. So let's pull out all of these onions. We had 1 onion go to seed. Oh, and some of those seeds have already popped, and they put down these onions over here, which are pretty cool. So this lettuce, we're growing mostly this lettuce for the chickens, and actually everything in this bed we're growing for the chickens. Like this thing here, I'll pick this and just toss it in there, and with a half hour it's completely gone. They love greens. Alright, so our onion harvest just got larger, so I'm going to have to rinse off all of these wonderful onions and put them out to cure. We'll put them on a rack, a wire rack, after we rinse them gently. and we'll just let them cure up. What else can I show? Here's more lettuce that we're growing. And these are carrots. So last year I tried carrots late in the season, and they did pretty well. They were like 2-inch little nubs because I planted them so late. But these ones are so much healthier, and they're growing pretty nice. You can actually see them. So that's the first time I've ever really grown carrots. Here we have more green beans. Over here are the green beans that I was harvesting because I want to make some pickled green beans, which I'll show in another video. So these ones are pretty much spent. So I pulled some out already. They're getting ready to harden and go to seed. So I'm going to harvest what I can and then probably replant this with something for a fall harvest. And then over here are one patch of raspberries. These ones are the really juicy purple delicious ones, and you can see the fall harvest is coming on strong. It's going to be a bumper crop of these. We'll have to make some kind of jam or something since we're not eating fruits or vegetables yet because we are on the carnivore diet. So you should see our video when we transplanted these into these raised beds. They were just little tiny twigs, so all these new canes grew. Then over here are the blackberries. So blackberries, as you know, are 2-year fruiting plants. So this year they just grow the canes, and then next year we'll have fruit all over them. I'm gonna have to do something about maybe tying these up because it's really out of control. Over here, I tied these up too. These ones have really nice clusters of berries. And it was an early spring cluster. So, and then there's some getting ready to come out for the fall. So I tried to pull these up off the ground, and I have a pole in there. I have everything kind of tied to it, but it was apparently too heavy for that. So I'm gonna have to put another one in. So those are our 3 berry bushes doing wonderful. Over here are Jody's herbs. So we've already gone through a lot of these herbs. She's already picked the basil here probably 4 times, and we preserved those. I'll show you how we do that next time she cuts it. Over here is her stevia. It's amazing. You could just pull the leaf off and just like suck on the leaf, and wow, it's a nice little treat. The chickens love tomatoes, so we kept the one tomato plant just to cut up, feed the chickens. Having a little battle with blight though, so I'm gonna have to look online to see what I could do. I keep pulling the bottom leaves off, but it's a losing battle. But I mean, the amount of tomatoes are incredible. All right, so the other thing which I planted kind of late, I don't know if we're ever going to get anything. I mean, they finally started growing. These are the little small pumpkins. So we'll try and see if we can get some pumpkins. So that's the big garden area. We have one more garden area. So here's a side shot. Let's walk over there real quick as I'm walking over towards the other garden. Hello. All right. So over here is the other garden. And I just picked a whole bunch of, in here we have jalapenos. I just picked a whole lot of them. That one's actually ready to pick too. Cowboy candy is the best. It used to be the best for us. We used to love cowboy candy. Here's more. We'll make more cowboy candy. This is okra. So I like to pickle the okra. And you can pickle this with the green beans and the peppers together. It makes a really nice presentation in the jar. And they all taste really good together. So we're finally starting to get flowers. So we'll be getting some okra soon. And then over here are more peppers. I just picked a whole bunch of these peppers too. So that's pretty much the whole garden update. Thanks for watching.